Hello YouTube, this is Charlie426, and today we have the review of the Premium Bandai exclusive HG Zaku Cannon test type. Now this is not exactly the Zaku Cannon that everybody knows, but it's rather the test type of the Zaku Cannon that everybody knows. So if you actually bought this kit and built the kit, there might be some a little bit, changes in detail or detail differences between the actual Zaku Cannons that everybody knows. So just letting you guys know that this is not exactly that. That's why this is actually considered the MSD of Origins, meaning that it's mobile suit development. So this is what I really love about the Gundam Origins kit, is that they actually show the connection between mobile suits. Hence, this is also one of those connections. Anyway, this review is going to be one of those simple reviews where I don't actually show the articulation, because the build-wise or interframe-wise, they're pretty much exactly the same kit, but it's just a few minor differences in details or some armor pieces, so which doesn't actually affect the articulation. So before I actually get into that, I would like to show the leftover parts and components of the kit. So as usual, first of all, you get the Zaku Cannon itself. So let me just put that a little bit back. Hope that doesn't really affect anything. Okay, now let's get rid of the typical usual. First is the sticker decal sheet. As you can see, I did not use everything. However, while building this kit, I accidentally dropped the Mono Eye sticker to the ground, hence becoming unusable. So I had to use the other Mono Eye, which had like a black and pink mixture of it. And I did use some of them, which were some of the sticker decals, which I thought it would be nice to have, such as the numbers, some red lines, and yada yada. So that's that. Okay, now let's look at the stuff you actually is used. As usual, for any Zaku kits, you get these two tomahawks, I believe. No, I mean heat hawks. Sorry about that. One is the one that you actually use on the kit, just straight line, and the other one is the one that has the peg, so you can attach it onto the waist skirt. So which I won't be demonstrating because that's already been done a long time by me and also to a different YouTubers. Okay, for hands, now you get 5 hands in total. 2 multi-purpose hands, which is already on the kit. You get 2 open hands, and then you get 1 trigger finger for the right hand. However, you only get 4 hand guards, and believe it or not, you don't actually get anything from this kit to actually be using this hand, because even in the manual it mentions where you can get a separate machine gun from other kits or by any other means and use it on this kit as well. So yeah, no machine gun, but yeah, I kind of find these Zaku Cannon types a little bit odd to have like handheld weapons when it already has like a cannon on its shoulder and like 2 other grenade launcher things that's right on its back/waist. So yeah, I believe the mass grade version does actually give like machine guns and bazookas, but yeah, this is a HG and this is actually from Origins, and this is not exactly that. So yada yada. Okay, some leftover parts. This is not everything. I just want to get rid of the ones that I cut off. First, you get the side pieces, front and back. You get 2 of them, because the one on this kit uses white ones. You get a chest piece. You only get 1 leftover chest piece from this. You don't actually get the other. I believe it was the J type, I believe. And then you get an action base connector, which isn't actually considered a leftover piece, so my bad. You get these pieces, which might be familiar, which would be the how should I say, the chest area. You do get a different shaped chest part, so just to let you guys know about that part. You get, I believe these are the let's see, I believe these are the, I'm not sure, but it's either the feet or the knee. I keep forgetting about these parts, but yeah, then you get light brown ones. So if you want to use these, you can actually technically use these. And then you get the front skirt armor. It's not really too different, but I believe it's mostly the size and color thing, because on this one you use a dark brown color for this one. And then you get 2 thrusters, which I don't believe it wasn't actually used on the Zaku half cannon as well. So this is from the actual the mass production type. And this piece, which I cannot remember where it's from, sorry about that, this one, because I'm no Zaku expert, okay? Okay, now for some extra leftover piece. Okay, for this one, I guess this one is not exactly a leftover. This is for the antenna. You get 2 options. When one is the single antenna version, and this is what they call the rabbit version or rabbit-eared version. I honestly did not like the design of that, so I did not use this. But if you do use this, you have on the sticker decal sheet, there's this blue sticker for the camera. I believe you have to put it like around here or somewhere. So just so you guys know, you get some leftover poly caps as usual, and then we get these plates, which might be some could be good news or bad news to some people. Okay, for these, for this plate, you get a whole set of plate to actually make another head, except for the pipes. Yeah, you don't get the leftover pipes. So you have the parts and even the inside part for the head to make another extra head, minus the pipes. You have an antenna there. You have the actual Shido part. So if you have, I believe if you have like leftover polycap pieces, you can actually use these. And these parts that are actually on the arms, you don't use these because they have different designs. And also for the elbow parts, I believe these are for the elbows. You don't actually use these ones. You actually use a slight bigger version of these. So that's that. And sorry for the clanking noise. The box is right next to me, and I like to throw stuff or leftover pieces into that box. Okay, now let's get on with the comparison slash review. And sorry about like the balance issues. I did not remember these kits having so much balance trouble issues going on here. Okay, so right off the bat, let's go on with the comparison. Now, as usual, the chest piece, right off the bat, the chest piece are entirely two different pieces as well, and you have this part where I guess this should be considered also as the chest part. Because of these red vents, you actually use a different piece, and yes, those red parts are actually different pieces, including this part as well. Another thing I found interesting is that this thing provides a cockpit area. You saw that, right? You can push this in, or you can pull that out, and it reveals a cockpit section. Only one seat, I believe. I'm not sure if though, yeah, because each side looks a little bit different. So I'm not sure which one is actually the cockpit section, but yeah, I know Zaku's have two cockpit sections, or they could do that, but yeah, this one actually, yeah, this is pretty interesting to me. I've never seen a high grade kit that actually provides this kind of extra thing. Okay, that's that. The head, obviously, the head is very different. Very different. The red piece is also a separate piece, and as mentioned, I dropped the pink mono eye, so I had to use the mixture one. The head, pretty much identical articulation, if you ask me. Can go 360 forward and backward, and the antenna does. Oh boy, that was close. Okay, the antenna does not actually move, but it looks like it moves. But just be careful; it likes to pop out a lot. So if you're having some issues, you might want to glue that on. Okay, another difference is between the kit would be the armor pieces, the shoulder armor. Now, I really don't actually am a big fan of this spike armor. It looks really awkward and wonky, to be honest. It doesn't really move that much, a little bit. But yeah, it's there. And then the shield part. Now, those who built the Master Grade or knows the Master Grade version is that, sorry about that. Now, this one is also a double layer, but the Master Grade version actually has this extra red line piece going on. This one does not do that. You have to use those sticker decals, which I'm not a big fan of using on places like this. But you can really see that this thing has more armor. It's like a double layer piece, unlike this. And yeah, so that's another extra detail going on there. Also, the pipes that's used on this is a little bit different. As you can see, the pipes aren't going onto the waist section, but rather inside directly to the body. Oh boy. The way how this works is that it looks like it might bother the body articulation, but no, it just goes right there. So it doesn't actually connect to the waist or anything. So you do have still a good amount of movement on the body or upper body as well. I believe you can go 360 if you want to do so. And I forgot to mention this on my Zaku half cannon test type review, is that you can actually move these side weapons to the back like this. But of course, this does cause a little bit of balance issue, so you might want to balance that out. Another thing is that are the arms. Now the arm build is pretty much the same. The only difference is these parts. While this one has a more metal clunky look onto it. It has a different shape into that. While this one has like more circles on here, the Zaku Cannon half test type has this line there. So that's another difference. And for the front part, the waist skirt, or should I say front skirt to be more precise, the length is a little bit different. As you can see, this is like one lined up. This one is also different color and a little bit longer than usual. So that's that. And the side, this one uses white, this one uses brown. And that's pretty much it for the, whatchamacallit, comparison. Now, weapon-wise, it's exactly the same. And those who I got a few messages from Facebook asking me whether this comes with the Gatling gun that the Zaku Cannon half cannon actually had. The answer is no, because I don't think it was really necessary. And the Zaku Cannon is pretty much well known for having these double weapons onto him. If you have to use if you're going to use the Gatling gun, you have to actually take off one of these. So it would kind of ruin the all-time image of the mobile suit. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the review. I mean, once again, I'm not going through articulation because it's exactly the same build, or should I say articulation, as the Zaku Cannon half test type, which is a very good actually articulation because the Origins Zaku line has high quality. For me, I'm not gonna recommend this to anyone unless you're like a really hardcore fan of the Zaku Cannon. So yeah, unless you're one of those people, you really don't have a reason to get this. If you even have the mass grade version, yeah, you have even no reason to actually get this because I believe the Zaku Cannon, the mass grade version, provides more quality and a lot more interesting stuff as far as I can tell. Anyway, thank you for watching the review. This was a simple review of the P-Bandai exclusive HG Zaku Cannon test type. If you guys got any questions or requests, leave a comment below. If I got anything wrong, leave a comment below as well. I still have more kits to buy and build and make reviews out of, so please stay tuned. Until then, see you guys next time.